shadow is formed where light rays cannot reach. Sharp shadows are produced by a small light source nearby or larger source farther away. A full shadow is called an umbra, and a partial shadow is called a penumbra. A penumbra appears where sunlight is blocked, but where the light fills in those gaps. And then an umbra is when all the light is completely blocked by an object. Only opaque objects can create shadows like this. Opaque means that you can't see through it at all, and transparent or translucent objects don't create shadows because the light can get through the object, and you can see that when I do this up on the board. Here's opaque, total shadow, can't see through it, and then when I use the little transparent object, you can see through
Most of it.
This basketball is going to represent our Earth, and our projector is going to represent our Sun. Okay, so as the Earth spins, the Sun casts its light on certain parts of it that are facing it. And usually our Moon revolves around us, and it comes in path with the Sun at one point in time. What happens when it comes in path with the Sun is it casts a shadow on the Earth, and you get a solar eclipse wherever it's blocking the Sun from hitting the Earth. And then it just continues on its path and doesn't bother anybody until it comes back over here, it makes another solar eclipse. And they think that the Sun is being completely blocked out, but what's really happening is the Sun is casting a shadow on the Earth because of the Moon.
Okay, when an object is really far away from the light source and closer to where the shadow is hitting an object, it's called an umbra because it's really, really defined, and there's no light that is getting between the object and the wall.
And shadow.
So the light can't fill in. But as I move it farther away, the light from the ceiling is filling in places, making the little thing one guy get really, really blurry on the wall.
That's a penumbra. Okay, so this is our handy dandy little sundial. What a sundial is a pole that creates a shadow on certain numbers depending on the position of the sun. So when we use our sun, which is this little thing, and position it, the clock is reading 12 o'clock in this position. Now if I move the sun like the sun does when it orbits, or when the Earth orbits the sun, it'll gradually change time until it gets all the way around, until it comes back to noon. So here we have Keepone and our light source, and as we move the light source away from Keepone, his shadow goes farther out that way. You can't really see it very well, but as you get closer to him, shadow gets bigger, more defined. As you take it up, you can see it get way more defined, and you can see it behind him, but as you go right above him, shadow disappears underneath of him.